everybody, Panzer Penguin here, presenting to you today my final version of the Global War 1939 to 1945 mod. Uh, Nothing overly complicated here, really. I've organized things pretty neatly, or as neatly as I could, given the circumstances. I have been working on the 1936 version of this as well. That uses a different map, different units as well. You can find those videos on my YouTube channel, and you can also find the mod under my name in the workshop for Tabletop Simulator. You always want to look for the PP Edits one. PP standing for Panzer Penguin, obviously. So here, I've added all the occupation ships real easy down here, all in a row. That way you can use them on the tech board and also on the map. They are also scattered around on the top of the map based on what countries are in which area. I've created a flag die, this one right here. When you roll it, it obviously is going to show up as a flag. That's how you pick which country you are if you can't decide beforehand. These color die also relate to the player colors. You roll them to see who gets to roll the country flag die first, and then switch to the colors to match as close as you can the corresponding countries. The attack tower, same as has always been, along with the attack board. You got the extra chips and the damage for the capital chips. I've also updated the attack and defense values along with the cost values based on the most recent version of the rules I can find. I've included some little information, kind of lines up with whatever it's in line with. Always refer to the either setup charts or the rules for if you have any confusion with anything. But this bottom chart is the cost, while the top two charts are the attack and defense values broken into the regular units and then obviously the special units, while the cost is all put into one. The unit board hasn't changed either. Colors have been tweaked finally. Still haven't been able to figure out why certain countries, as in Russia, had some coloring issues despite using the same units as other countries. All these units are now infinite, so you just click and drag and you can pull out as many as you need. I have added the minor factions for the Axis to this as well, including the Vichy France. If for whatever reason you need other units other than infantry for Vichy France, you can just do the classic as the host custom and select the second option, the diffuse image. That gives you the color, and then you can apply it to any other unit. Each color represents different factions. You got the Bulgarians, Romanians, Hungarians, and the Finnish, along with the Germans. They all have their required units. I didn't do boats for them or the heavier aircraft, but again, you can just duplicate a German aircraft and copy the color over if you need to. That's also been changed on the map, so all the Axis minor countries do stand out. Note that they do not gain the benefits of the German technology, which is why we have, through gameplay, decided that they need to be their own separate colors, so that you know they are not German units. Looks like I may have to reduce the size of the aircraft. I thought I had already done that, but perhaps I have not. Otherwise, this is the final version. Everything should be as accurate as it's possible to be, unless someone out there has the actual physical board game and the rule set and setup charts and can confirm or share them with me. That way I can, double check that what I found online is indeed accurate. So there you have it. I'll make some country-specific videos next. Give you an overview of some of the tactics I've seen employed. I have played on both sides. I had two different games. One ended where I was playing as Germany, and the Allies conceded defeat a little bit before turn 10, as they would not be able to. There was no way possible for them to retake capital cities that the Germans had taken within the time frame required for the German or the Axis victory. And on the other side, I have played as the British, with some interesting results there. Namely, new players not very sure of how to play their countries. Um, and that game, last time we played, was a bit of a stalemate where I think Japan had invaded San Francisco, but I, as the British, had invaded Italy and taken over Rome and held it for several terms before pulling out as the uh, giant German army came down to reclaim it, which kind of alleviated pressure on the Russians. Um, so lots of different interesting uh, aspects of the game based on who you are and what strategy you decide to employ. Um, so I'm going to try and do this in a orderly fashion. I'll probably go down the turn order list as far as my videos go. So for those of you who are new to the game, I would highly suggest checking out those videos in my playlist as I upload them, as they may give you a good idea on how to play these individual countries. Specifically for the first turn, much more important for Germany. Uh, Basically, the game is won or lost on the first turn for Germany uh, if they cannot or do. Well, I guess it's not won, but it's the game is lost if Germany does not take Paris on turn one. Uh, we've experimented with different German attacks where they don't take Paris on turn one, but it turns out to be a very bad idea for Germany not to hit Paris on their second phase of their Blitzkrieg attack. Um, I wish there was a way to turn off the little chat here. I don't know why it keeps popping up, but maybe I'll just make it really small. So I'm going to get to it. Uh, Please like and subscribe to this channel. I am this year going to concentrate more on hosting this channel, so expect to see more videos, uh, mostly, at least in the near future, on uh, Global War 1936. But if people are interested, I can do other games that I have uh, and other mods for Tabletop Simulator. So leave some comments below, and I hope to see you in the future.